All right, today I'm gonna make a grilled cheese with kimchi. This is store-bought kimchi, but it's made by Koreans here in Sydney. So it smells amazing, it tastes great. I think it's gonna go really well with this grilled cheese. Bread, I'm just using whole meal bread or whole grain bread, whatever we had left over. And then cheese, you can choose which cheese you want. I'm using sort of like a sharp cheddar slice. The first thing I'm gonna do is cut up this kimchi a bit finer. Main reason I want to do this is so that when it's in the grilled cheese, when we take a bite, we're not pulling out huge chunks of it. So just really roughly. And also don't wear white like I am, because kimchi juice doesn't stain, but it is hard to get out unless you wash your clothes. That's how fine I'm going to take it. It's pretty fine, I think. Although you can go a bit finer, but I still want to have some fairly big chunks of kimchi. All right, we're going to start heating up a pan. Try to use non-stick if you can. It just makes life easier. I'm going to add a tiny bit of oil. This is just avocado oil, but sort of like any neutral cooking oil. The oil should just help give the kimchi like a bit of crunch. I don't know if this is hot enough yet, but it doesn't really matter, because the whole point of this is that it's really quick. You don't think about it. All you do is just fry the kimchi and then make the grilled cheese. So we're just going to cook the kimchi until it's sort of like a little bit, not charred, but it's got sort of like that crust on the outside. And with kimchi, this is usually how we do it whenever we go to Korean barbecue. You take the kimchi and you throw it on the grill and you cook the kimchi, and it completely changes the flavor. In my opinion, it makes it so much tastier. Okay, what I'm going to do is sort of spread this out a bit, flatten it down. One thing you'll notice is that it's going to start smelling really sort of like rich and umami. It does not smell like kimchi at all. Well, does not smell like fresh kimchi at all. And I'm just going to leave this and just sort of let this build up a crust for like a minute. So we've got the kimchi cooked now, so we can start assembling the grilled cheese. Feel free to use butter if you want to. I'm not going to use butter. I'm just going to put cheese straight on. And then add kimchi. Spread this out a little bit. Really get this everywhere. I'm also going to crack on some salt and pepper. Just a little bit of salt. And a little bit of pepper. Cover it up. Press it down a little bit, and then we'll grill this. Back over to the stove again, we're going to cook the grilled cheese. I'm going to add a tiny bit of oil. I know I said I wasn't going to use butter in the grilled cheese, but I will cook it in butter. And the oil is just to make sure the butter doesn't burn. This is quite a lot of butter as well, so this is going to be quite a buttery. Well, you know, we can take the butter out. That's quite a bit of butter right there. Got our grilled cheese. Lay that down. You know what, I am going to flip it just to like sort of try and get more of that butter on the other side as well. And if you have a cover, I would recommend covering it at this point. It's on low heat. I'm going to cover it just to let the cheese inside melt a bit better. We're not worrying about searing the outside just yet. We'll do that at the end. Let's take off this lid and just give it a quick flip. It's already grilling up really nicely here. So this side, I'll say we'll just leave it like that. At this point, we're just basically waiting for the cheese to melt. So I'll turn the heat down a bit, cover it back up. And my light died, so excuse the production quality there. Let's take this off. Let's check the other side. Oh, and that cheese is melted now, so we can turn this off actually. Bit more charred on this side, but still looks good. Cheese is melted. Looking really nice and crunchy there as well. It should be really good. Okay, time to cut into this. Let's go for classic diagonal cut. And if everything went well, the cheese should have melted. And you can see the kimchi in there as well. Focus. I think this looks amazing. Oh, let's see if we can get a nice rip there. Oh, look at that cheese. Amazing. But the moment of truth. It's so much different to just adding fresh kimchi. It's just like an umami bomb. Instead of being like super fresh and sort of really tangy on that, it's a lot, I'd say like meatier. It's weird. When you cook kimchi, it completely changes the taste. It's like something completely different. And I find that if a lot of people, if they don't like kimchi, once they grill it and they try it again, 9 times out of 10, they change their mind.